Hello guys, it's Napo again. I'm releasing part 2 to making a super farm. There's a couple things that I had forgotten in the first video, so I'm going to go over them pieces here on this castle. It's a little bit of a different castle. Actually, it's completely different castle than what I have used before, but the reason why is because I've got some pieces in here that I don't have in that other castle. So just so you guys can see the pieces of equipment that I have so far. I am working on equipment pieces to upgrade everything to level 15 at this point in time. But as you can see, I'm keeping it all purple too, so I'm getting max additional boosts rather than waiting to get gold. That just takes forever. But anyways, first off, I'm going to talk about well, actually, let me talk about the beast first. I do have the beast in this castle, but really, you don't need a beast if you're going to have a farm castle. One, it wastes a march to hide it. Two, you don't want to lose troops while you're attacking your castle. I mean, unless you're wanting to make angels, but then you're just basically farming angels off your farm. So, I guess that's up to you and what you want to do, but basically when your castle reaches level 8, it automatically like jumps you to the beast to unlock one. The way to get around that is to close the game out completely. On Android, you swipe down from the top and then you hit the square down there in the bottom right, and it closes the game out. You reopen it and it's like it was never even there, so you can go on without a beast. Second, I'm going to talk about troop marches and buffs. So, I do have food and wood buffs loaded up here. You can find a lot of the buffs inside of the merchant. So if you go in the merchant, you can exchange. I don't want to exchange anything here unless it's going to be for VIP. I will exchange for VIP pieces. You can sell your resources. It doesn't take a lot of resources to sell, but you get the clams. And under the buy, as you can see here, I've already bought the stone mine boost. This does refresh it. This refreshes constantly. So as you can see up there in the top right, 2 hours and 50 minutes until it refreshes. I can hopefully get some more boosts. So to find those boosts is inside your pack and under city buff. I already applied the food and the wood buffs, but I'm basically going to keep these active at all times whenever I can. So I've got 7 days on the iron and 17 days on my stone. Kill event is coming up in this realm, so I'm not going to use my gather boosts too long, but I know I have 3 days at least, so I can still gather for 3 days. I won't gather during kill event. So, with that being said, I can now gather for 3 days with the gather boost. Okay, so a little insight. Let's say you only have 20,000 troops, so you don't even have a full march, right? I do have more than that many troops in this castle, but and I do have more than just cavalry, but basically I like to have only cavalry and not too high of troops. But let's say you've only got 20,000 troops and you've got 3 marches. You can actually send, 6,500 troops per march rather than sending all 20,000 in one march. So if you split them up between the 3 marches, you're actually going to gather 3 pieces of resource at the same time as it would only take 1 if you sent everything into 1 march. So just keep that in mind, and you can figure that out through here. So I'm going to gather here. If I use the little counter down here and do 33% on my first march, if you hit the box, it brings up this cool little quick ratio thing. But I'm going to send 33 to the first. As you can see up in the top right, it's only 115,000 out of the 120,000 that's there. But I know I'm still going to have more troops on my third march to send. So, just keep in mind when you're sending out your marches that way. Here, obviously, I can send less than the full march, so I'm going to recall these guys back. And I'll send my partial march. I'll send a full march here, and I'll send a full march here. So if I didn't have enough to send full marches on three full marches, I would actually just use that quick ratio, and I would gather 3 resources at the same time as one. Also, keep an eye on your gather speed up. After they hit my tiles, I will activate that. So I want to maximize the effectiveness of that at all times rather than hitting it now. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching. It was a pleasure. See you later.